Hi everybody, I'm Stephanie with Steph in Life. If you're new here, I'm a homeschooling mom to 3 kids, ages 6, 11, and almost 16. Crazy! Today I'm going to be talking to you about Gather Round. I'm going to quickly share what it is because I think most of us are familiar with what it is. I'll share why we chose it, what we think of it, and if we'll be using it for the new school year. So let's get started. So, Gather Round, what is it? Gather Round is a unit study approach curriculum. What does that mean? It means that all subjects except math are covered through one topic, and Gather Round has a ton of topics to choose from. The creator for Gather Round is Rebecca. I'm drawing a blank on the last name. Rebecca Spooner. The topic that we chose is North American forest animals. Each unit study is 20 lessons, and it should take you about 4 to 5 weeks. Honestly, if you do a lesson a day or a lesson every 2 days, you'll be in that time frame. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can take your time with it if you'd like. Why did we choose it? My 6, 11-year-old are playing together, so you're going to hear them in the background. Why did we choose Gather Round? If you watched my most recent YouTube video, I will link it below. My daughter went to school this year for 5th grade, and she is back homeschooling. And I wanted something that would finish off the traditional school year. Although we don't have to do that, we've naturally geared towards that most years. So instead of starting something brand new, every single subject brand new, I thought this would be a great opportunity to try Gather Round because they last about 4 to 5 weeks. And that would allow us to do 1 or 2 before the end of our school year, which is typically like early June. And that's why we chose it. What we think of it. We like it. We have learned some pretty cool information on it. I see the unit study approach in it. I think when we will finish all of this, she will have learned a lot and plenty. I also have a 6-year-old, and my hope was that I would be able to use it as it's intended with more than one child, with multiple children. But it is dependent on the child, but for my child, it's too much reading. With that said, we will not be using it for the new school year because its purpose is to teach more than one child, is to teach multiple children. And my youngest is not ready to sit there and listen to all the information that's provided in here. And also, although I'm not worried about it being enough, I've realized just a few weeks in that I definitely like different curriculums for each subject. And some we're combining, like history. I combine it with my middle daughter and my youngest. I get that, but still a separate curriculum, not tied into one topic. So I don't think the unit study approach is necessarily something I prefer. And I'm glad that I've been able to confirm that by trying it out. That's not to speak negative of this. It is well written. It's a lot of great information. It flows easily, like on what to do when. The activities are great. The learning component is great. So I recommend it. I do recommend it if you like unit studies, and if all your children can sit through all the reading that is in the teacher's guide. All right, let's do a flip through because everybody loves a flip through. Here is the teacher's guide I will open it up to lesson 2 because that is what is completed in her main book. I didn't have the curriculum yet, so we had printed out the first lesson, and that is in a folder somewhere. So here is lesson 2. It starts off introducing the moose. As did you know, appearance. They have extension activities. And it has all this information. More did you knows, then interesting facts, and then the family devotional. A little bit more. And all the other ones are set up the same exact way. So we haven't gotten to this one yet, but you'll see. Mountain lions introduces the mountain lion, appearance, diet, life cycle, and habitat, interesting facts, and family devotion. So it's all set up the same. So this is divided into into grades/ages. Leslie is in upper elementary, and so as she is listening to me read, this is the first lesson that she did on the printed sheet, which is in a folder. She will fill out what she can as she reads. Here, I think she was having a hard time with the moose, and so she ended up coloring it. Here's the life cycle, the diet, and interesting facts. As I read them, she tells me what she finds interesting, and then she'll write it down. Here's lesson 2, science, talking about the many layers inside of a tree. So you read, answer the questions, discuss, a lot of conversation. That's why it's so much better with kids who are older, because you can have some really good conversation. Then here is language arts, computer skills. At the end of this lesson of this whole unit, she will choose one of the animals that we learned about, and we'll do a presentation on that animal. And so with each lesson, they're teaching her a little bit about Google Slides. So that's computer skills. She already knows that, so we're actually skipping through this. And I also figured it would make more sense for her to choose what animal she wants to present on at the end of the unit. Here is history and geography, some map work. And then there's social studies. It refers back to what we read, that moose have many special adaptations to help them survive. And so one of the challenges was to copy this sentence with your normal hand and then the opposite hand to see how well you would do if you had to adapt to writing with your non-dominant hand. So she had to do that and then decide whether or not she wanted to do that or not. And she clearly wrote no. This is called the Seat Work Journal. You can choose cursive or manuscript. I don't teach cursive, so I chose manuscript. And here you will find per lesson, copy work, spelling corner, the vocabulary, and then some grammar exercises. And they do that for every lesson. There's moose, black bears, foxes, mountain lions, all of them. It'll be the same thing. There you have it, guys. All the information on how Gather Round has worked for our family, hasn't worked for our family, and a quick flip through. Once again, welcome to our homeschool space. I hope to be making more videos in this space. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.